welcome back to One Piece. This is episode 703 onwards, I believe, and we're doing 4 episodes today. It's one of those magnificent 4-episode days that we look forward to constantly. I'm looking forward to it. I remember the last 2 or 3 videos of One Piece, like all the episodes in those videos have been like really, really great. So I'm just very keen to get into this and see what else we got, because I think we were in the middle of more like lore and Doflamingo backstory, and we were sort of like going between them, and so I imagine at least like half of this video is going to be based more around that backstory. So yeah, I'm keen to see it. I'm enjoying this backstory. I think it's a solid backstory. It's very sad. So I'm having fun with it, and then I can't wait until we jump back to present day and see the results of it, you know, where it leads to, because I'm really, really keen about that as well. And I'm sure there'll be some, I mean, there generally is also like, you know, twists and reveals and stuff towards the end of an arc. And so I'm looking forward to that as well. And then of course it's hard not to look forward to like the end of an arc where it's like the climax happens and then we have like epilogue stuff, and that's exciting. And then we tend to have like lots of lore drops then and stuff. Like, man, I'm really excited about that. Like, I'm excited about seeing the rest of Dressrosa, but I'm like, I think everyone probably feels this while watching One Piece. It's like the times between arcs are such incredible moments and so satisfying. Like, there's nothing like it, honestly. Nothing like it genuinely in like any anime, maybe any TV show, it feels like. One Piece has something very special with those episodes that no other series can really quite pull off quite as well, I don't think. So yeah, I'm keen for all of that, but that's still quite a bit away. I mean, if we're talking how many real life weeks away that is for me, that'll be like 7, 14, 4, that's like 5 or 6 weeks away for me, I think. So I mean, depending on how fast I go through these, like maybe I'll do extra videos, I don't know. But I'm just going to assume it's going to be like 5 or 6 weeks away for me. So let's not go too crazy. Let's not just go insane. Let's take it slow and enjoy the episodes that are going to be put in front of us. Because sometimes I also think that with One Piece. Like, it's so easy, because there's so much One Piece, to get caught up with the granular, like, all the episodes. You think about, like, entire arcs. You think about, like, a lot of people talk about, you know, Fishman Island and, like, oh, that wasn't a very good arc or whatever. And, like, that as a whole wasn't. But if you actually like peer in and look at specific stuff, because if you ask people like, well, what did you think of the Fish and Tiger stuff? Oh, that was great. You know, like, what did you think of this particular episode here? Oh, that was good. So like, you know, there are bits and pieces that you can take out, but a lot of people will see, because One Piece is so big, a lot of people will see it in chunks rather than in episodes. So let's focus on the episodes right now. Let's stop thinking about it too grand. We're going to focus on these episodes we're watching today, these 4 episodes. Make sure to support this video if you can. Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to leave your comments and tell me, you know, what you thought of the episode and all of that. I mean, even if you already see there's a decent amount of comments there, your voice isn't going to be completely drowned out, because I'm most likely going to see it, and it might end up influencing me and how I think about things in the future. So let me know your thoughts on things that are going on, your thoughts on my reaction, stuff like that, your favorite characters, your favorite parts of the episode. Like, I love reading people being like, I loved this bit of the episode or whatever. So make sure to leave those in the comments below. You can get extra content by going to my Patreon account. You can get the full-length reactions and early access, which means you can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now, so go check that out. And you can go to my YouTube membership down below, join that YouTube membership, and you can get 1 week early on edited videos. So that's all these things that you're watching on YouTube right now, those videos you can get 1 week early if you click the little join button. And then you also, you know, if there's extra videos, like, I haven't recorded it yet, but maybe by the time you're seeing this, it's out on YouTube. The top 5 moments of episode 600 to 700 or whatever, those videos go out a week early for YouTube members. So, you know, keep your eye out for it. Anyway, let's jump into episode 703 of One Piece. Woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a recap Rubik's Cube. It is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is to beat the recap. Okay, well, that's the title. I don't know what the title is gonna be. It's gonna be the meaning of D, but here's the cube complete. Of course we're not gonna learn the meaning of D here. Of course we're not. Not in a backstory. Yeah, of course. You don't have to say it. None of other people's business if he doesn't want to talk. Whoa. Whoa. That's cool. Does he have the silent fruit or something? The sound fruit. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like a D&D spell, I get it. Actually, the D&D spell would make it so you can't talk in here. Calm fruit! Are you behind the belt? Did you create the calm belt? Oh my gosh. That's really funny. Okay, he was keeping him in check. Okay, I'm liking Corazon a lot more now. The thing is, Corazon's gone through all the same things as Doflamingo has. So the fact that he didn't lose his humanity is really good. There's a lot of fluids. This is like the difference between like defaulting to sadness and rage. Like Corazon defaulted to sadness. Damn, man. It's not a good thing to say to the people who are shooting arrows at you. He was born to be evil-natured. I don't know if I believe that, but I get why you'd say that. Ah, the first Corazon. We know what happened to him. Yeah, you guys can't. Maybe you can lip read, but you can't spy on them. The family of D. Okay. Are we gonna learn something about it? Eaten up by D? Huh. Enemy of the gods. Huh. Ah. Huh. I mean, I'm mostly following. What a little shit. Oh! Nice! Good move. Oh my god, and he set himself on fire. Well, no, I pushed him. Oh, that's funny. That's so good. You can manipulate both of them. One of them with ice cream and the other by borrowing something from, and she feels good about it. I do like their flamingo ship. It's cool. He's so nervous now because he put himself on the line for law. This is gonna be scary. He's gonna go hee hee hee. No, he isn't. No. The smug expression. True. Okay. Damn, man. Look at this intense battle. You kidnapped Law? Yes, you did. Man, Corazon's a cool dude. I like him. Talking directly to what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Fleet Admiral Sengoku. Oh, just a regular admiral back then, huh? Commander. Oh. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes he just gets food there. Will the hospitals be able to do anything? I guess maybe you're thinking, you know, medicine might have come long way enough. It's not contagious, doctors. You guys are doctors. Man. So, I mean, the government are even, the medical community are even screwed by it. Oh. How dare you bring a kid with a sickness to a hospital? Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe you shouldn't be burning down a hospital. Even if they have been indoctrinated by the lies of the government. No, he's gonna be burning down so many hospitals. Oh my god, he really is. He's just going around burning down hospitals. If only you came across Chopper. What if they're on Drum Island now? And Law hates this because he knows it's gonna be the same everywhere. Damn, he did 6 months of dragging him around trying to find someone. This guy's given up so much of his life for Law. Not so much of his life, but you know. 6 months, that is so much of your life, honestly. Yeah, that's the big thing. Oh, he's such a good guy, I love him. Oh. Oh. I really like this performance from this voice actor. Oh. Who's this voice actor? This is a really good. That's a really good crying scene. Oh. Oh, he made breakfast. Aww. This is the sweetest story. It'll be sweet until he fucking dies. Oh. 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 Damn. Whew. I want to find out who Corazon's voice actor is, cause he's really cool. I think he's just he's got such a great voice, and like he's doing such a good job. It sounds like it's probably Koichi Yamadera, Oh, the voice of Spike in Cowboy Bebop, which I watched Cowboy Bebop in English, so I don't really know his Japanese voice too well. And you can go check out my reactions to Cowboy Bebop on my main channel. Who else? He played Pikachu in some short or something. Kaji in Evangelion, which I haven't actually seen Evangelion either. Come on. Give me something that I immediately go, oh, I know him from that. He's in Lupin. I didn't watch Lupin. He's apparently Professor Layton in the Japanese but of course I only know the English. Oh, he's gentle in MHA. That's cool. I have seen. I watch MHA mostly in dub, but I have seen it in sub. And honestly, actually, my first experience with gentle in MHA was in sub, because that was during COVID when the dubs weren't coming out, and so I watched it in sub instead. And so cool. Yeah, I remember that being good. But I mean, yeah, there doesn't look like there's anything here that makes me go, oh yeah, that's him. But he's a really good voice actor, because that crying scene where he's crying, there was like a shakiness to his voice that was like really, really well done. I mean, I've told this before, so, you know, skip forward 15 seconds if you're sick of hearing about it. But I used to do acting classes for a lot of my life, and in one of the courses that I did when I signed up for basically an agency to represent me and stuff, they did these courses, and one of the leads of the agency at some point was talking to us about crying in scenes and in anything that you're acting in. And they said, you know, which has always stuck with me, it's not compelling watching someone crying, it's compelling watching someone try not to cry. And that has always stuck with me. And I think, I mean, I don't think it's, you know, it's an absolute. It's not always true, but it is a good like rule of thumb to think about when you're trying to do emotional scenes, because I think what I think is really good about the Corazon crying in this thing to me is it did sound like this is a man who never cries. Like, he's not an emotional man, but this is like his breaking point, and you can hear it breaking in his voice. It was really well done. I loved it. I thought it was great. This episode was titled A Rocky Road, Law and Corazon's Journey of Life. Very cool. So yeah, this is a great episode. Like it got me very attached to Corazon in the space of this one episode, because we'd been seeing him, and like I knew that Law was attached to him, and so I knew there'd be something that like made Law care about him. But yeah, I didn't think I'd be getting this attached. It's really, really well done, and I'm loving it. So he has the calm fruit. And so he can use it to like quiet things down, so he can create a bubble of silence and stuff. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, he was talking about the family of D and how they're known as the enemy of, did he say of God or of the gods? I thought he said of the gods, but then I thought maybe I misread it. So I'm just gonna go back to that bit. Where the heck was it? I thought it was here. Okay, you're part of that fated family, the family of D. A badly behaving child will be eaten up by D. D will surely bring us another storm. Their name has been ceaselessly and secretly inherited throughout history all around the world. Hang on, that D will surely bring us another storm. Law said that, I think, right? He said that on the bridge with Doflamingo, so I think that stuck with him. So ceaselessly and secretly inherited throughout history all across the world. And in some places there are people who call the family of D. And then, of course, it's not coming up for me. What's the next line? There we go. Oh, no. Sworn enemy of the gods. Yeah. And then he specifies, say the god means the celestial dragons. The purpose of your people might be destruction of this world. Okay, so interesting thing that I didn't even pick up in the scene until now is he says that like the purpose of your people, or the family of D, the purpose of them might be destruction of the world, which that is what Doflamingo is aspiring to do, right? He wants to destroy this world that the celestial dragons hold. And since if the celestial dragons do represent God in this scenario, then it's funny that like Doflamingo's goal lines up with what Corazon is claiming should be Law's goal. But he's almost twisted it in a fucked up way, you know, where it's like, it is destruction of the world, but it's the idea I think that Corazon's saying is it's destruction of the ways of the world, like the corruptions of the world, while Doflamingo is kind of like, no, he's using it as destruction of of everything that this world has to offer, so that we can take it away from those in charge, essentially. But it's interesting that it seems like that Oda is drawing very clear parallels between them and their goals. Very cool. So yeah, I loved getting to know them this episode. I loved seeing them bond, seeing that moment where Corazon is crying over him, and then Law takes that and then becomes more affectionate towards him because of that, because he sees that Corazon just truly cares for him. So he spent 6 months dragging him from hospital to hospital, praying that he would be able to find someone who can save him. So I feel like next episode we might see Law getting the fruit, maybe, and we'll probably see the death of Corazon, maybe, if that happens next episode. It feels like we're getting to that time, but I don't know. But yeah, that was really good. That was a really good episode. I liked that a lot. All right, let's move on to the next episode then. This is episode 704 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be a tragic passing, the death of Corazon. It's surprising to me we're even going back to present day at all, because we still haven't finished that backstory, I think. Whoa, nice though. Yeah. You have to keep using it as a shield. Oh, you have a third gear? Oh! Awesome. Yeah. Back to the flashback. Honestly, it's kind of cool jumping back to the present day and getting like one cool action sequence. It's a kind of good idea. Yes, why are you calling? You calling to say I'm coming to kill you? Oh, he's using, I was gonna say Braille, Morse code. Maybe not even Morse code, maybe just like codes that they have. With the devil's fruit? Yeah. He wanted Corazon to eat it. Interesting. And then maybe give eternal life to Doflamingo or someone? I feel like Doflamingo's betrayed a decent amount. Oh, he just cares about Law's safety. I mean, Yep, he knows a lot about medicine. So Corazon's the one that wanted him to eat it. But I'm dumb. That's the whole thing. Oh, I forgot! And Doflamingo doesn't know. Yeah! I didn't even think about that. I forgot he had the calm come through. Sengoku isn't quite as calm and collected as I always imagined him to be. Oh, Swallow Island, and it's shaped like a swallow. Oh. His reaction immediately freaking out. Yeah. He did say, Lord did say at some point, like, damn, am I gonna die earlier? Oh my god. Oh no, if he falls in the water. Okay. Whew. Yeah, you're working with the people who are the cause of this. This is a good thing to talk about, honestly. It's a hard time to talk about it. Minion? That's where the Despicable Me creatures are. Diez Battles. Man, so they just don't know how useful it is. Oh, look, it's a little heart. Yeah, I guess to the average person, it's not super useful. Yeah, when you're an idiot, it's a useless fruit. I wonder how many of its abilities could you use if you, like, can you still, if you don't know anything about being a doctor, could you still just cut people in half and keep them intact, you know? Could you cut out people's hearts? Could you still create room? Pretty cool. It's so strange. It feels like we're watching like a montage, but which we kind of are. It'd be good for stealth if you need to sneak in. Whoa. That it's a soundless explosion. It's so cool. This must have been great for the sound designers as well, who just didn't have to do any work. You don't have to put any footsteps in or gunshot sounds. You can be lazy. It feels like we're watching an unfinished episode of One Piece, you know? Listen to the music. Got a Mission Impossible soundtrack going here. And they can't even hear the grenade like hitting the ground. Oh, he's so excited to save Law. What if Doflamingo shows up and just kills him though? We know he dies. That's what sucks. Like, I know he's gonna die. Oh, he slipped, of course. It's so strange without any sound. Shit, man. Oh no. Like, is he already dead? Like, I've kind of assumed that Doflamingo killed him, but I don't remember if we were told that or if I was just assuming that. He might just be dead here. Shit, man. Okay, another good episode, and I mean, we're not fully done the backstory yet, but it feels like we're in the back. Like, I feel like one more episode of backstory and then we're probably done. It'll probably still be the entire rest of the episode, even though I would have guessed there would be like 2 or 3 minutes left of content, but I can see there being like an entire episode left of content, but I don't know. This episode is called The Time is Ticking Down, Seize the Op Fruit. Nice. So yeah, I really liked this episode. I really liked like the applications of his fruit being like you can do like stealth mission kind of, but you can do stealth missions with like rocket launches and shit. It's really cool. It's a cool idea to just have everything be incredibly silent. Funny them introducing a concept like that in a manga though. The idea of like, I imagine the like no sound that was popping up constantly in the anime. I imagine they were doing that specifically in the manga to show the viewers, like, or the readers, that there's literally no sound coming out when he fires a gun, when this explosion happens. Like, there's absolutely no sound. But yeah, watching it in an episode is very funny because it really does make me feel like the episode hasn't been finished. Like, it makes me, sometimes you'll see cuts of an episode where they haven't put in the sound effects or anything like that, and it just feels so strange to watch, and it's like, oh my god, this is seeing a behind the scenes, but we're actually watching the show as it's supposed to be. So yeah, very cool. But yeah, I don't know if there's much to talk about in this episode, honestly. Like, a lot of it, it was a good episode, but it was like, in terms of story beats and stuff, it's going over most of the same stuff that the previous episode went over. So so I don't know if there's a ton for me to discuss here. So I'm probably not going to waste your time. Except for, I like that it's like Suru seems to have been like Doflamingo's main rival, which I think they were saying that she was probably getting the information from Sengoku, who was getting the information probably from Corazon. But still, cool. Like, it's just cool to me, like, having, I wish we actually saw Suru more in those flashbacks instead of just seeing her ship, because I like her character and I want to see, like, you know, how she did things. And it seemed like she's kind of a force to be messed with because Doflamingo would have to constantly run from her, you know? So, yeah, anyway, very cool. Let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 705 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Alright, that's a cube. Complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called oh, I don't know. I'm the same one as last time, I think. Like, tragedy something. Corazon's death? Oh, whoa! It even looks like a swallow horizontally, like when you're looking at it. And are we gonna see Suru? Did I know she had an army of women? She's got an army of women! Suru! As if I didn't already like you enough. Oh. Oh, I like her. She's got a full army of women. This is why we never see fucking random marine soldiers as women. Suru takes them all. Okay. He's... Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, he's alive.
Silent.
Nice. That's probably always smart to do. And he can be as loud as he wants. Look! Shove it in his gullet. Oh, worth a try. Yeah, shove it in! Oh, and I just realized, like, it's shaped like a heart, and his theming, Corazon's theming, is a heart. Ooh. Too bad. Oh, yeah, he was on death's door, huh? Can you use the fruit right now to save him? Filled with bullet holes. Yeah, absolutely covered in them. And he doesn't know how to use the fruit yet. Well, what did the doctor do? Remove the bullets. Disinfect. Ooh. Save people's lives. Man, if we didn't have Chopper, in another universe, Law could have been like our ship doctor. Wouldn't that have been, like, just imagine that world where Law's our ship doctor. That would be so cool. But we have too many cool guys on the crew. Sanji and Zoro are taking up that real estate. So much trauma he's got to deal with. Oh, that's Virgo. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The one person you go to is Virgo? Shit. Oh, God. I'm scared about where this is going. Oh, that look on his face. He did talk. Yep, you just called one of Doflamingo's best men directly to Corazon. Shit, man. He didn't even know that much. He knew he was on a secret mission, but he didn't know he was in the Navy. Right. Shit, man! Man, you know what? I need to go back and rewatch the Law and Virgo battle with this history in mind. That makes that battle back then so much more interesting. He looks like Ego from Blue Lock with this haircut. Oh, that's right. I forgot that was his gimmick. Damn, man. Yeah, he was like so close to... Shit, man. That's really well written, though. That's so fucked. Oh. Oh yeah, that full body haki. That's the thing, Doflamingo trusts people a lot. It's a really interesting character trait. Jesus, man. This is even more tragic because Law would blame himself for bringing Virgo to him. Who? Anyone? No one. He just knocked him out. I thought someone would have saved him. They're both still breathing? Okay, Corazon's not dead. Yet. Oh man. Yeah, the one who betrayed him is the non-found family, like the actual biological family. Shit, man. Whoa. Is he doing birdcage here? Oh my god, he's doing the birdcage here. So that's how Law knows what it is, right? Because when Law originally heard about the birdcage, he freaked out. Jeez, man. He's still pretty fucked up. Man, it's amazing how much I like Corazon now. Oh, that's a cute line. Oh, wow. Okay, I was wrong about the I was like, well, there's probably only just an episode worth of content left, but there's still more. So clearly, I was wrong. But it's still good stuff. I really like the way they set up the Virgo stuff in this episode. I think it's really, really cleverly done. The idea of like I didn't even think about it until it happened, which is really good when, you know, I'm sure some people did, but when you can't see it coming, but in retrospect, it's so obvious that that's what would happen. But just, yeah, the idea of like, here, I'm giving you this cylinder of information, and it's going to have like enough information in it that can take the family down, that can really like put a final nail in the coffin of Doflamingo's family, and will help the Navy be able to actually save people and take Doflamingo down. Really crazy thing that Law could have delivered, and he delivered it to the one person that he shouldn't have. The one person, and he had no reason to know. And I also like the detail that like Corazon knew that that Virgo was out on a mission, but he didn't know what the mission was. So he didn't know that he was infiltrating the Navy. So there was no reason to like warn him, like, hey, give it to anyone, oh, except for Virgo, you know, because he didn't know that Virgo was in the Navy at all. So yeah, that just like, it's just really unfortunate, but like, it's one of those like unfortunate, horrible coincidences that happens in stories where it's like, it's supposed to be like a tragedy, you know, it's supposed to be like, oh fuck, you know, we can clearly see a path where this would have worked out, and there was a 95% chance that they take that path, but then just that one little hitch in the plan really, really screws it over. So I love that. I love it because it's so heartbreaking and so awful, but I just think it's such a cool story moment to have that happen. And as I said in the episode, I want to go back and rewatch the Punk Hazard battles now. I want to see, like, now knowing this history, rewatching the Law vs Virgo battles would be a lot of fun, I think. Like, being able to know what their history is together. Because back then, I didn't know anything about who the fuck they were to each other. And so I really couldn't, you know, like I enjoyed those battles. I thought they were like hype battles, but I didn't know how important that specific one was. So yeah, this is really cool, really great. I think Punk Hazard as a whole is gonna get better on a rewatch, like putting together these things about Doflamingo and stuff. It's really cool. That Oda's been cooking with the writing of this arc. I like it a lot. By the way, Suru has a woman army. Let me go back to that thing. I want to see her army. Oh, by the way, I got the title up here. Might as well check what this title is. The Moment of Resolution, Corazon's Farewell Smile. Oh. Yeah, so Suru, I mean, There we go. There we go, man. Like, every time I say Suru, my phone thinks I'm saying the name of the Apple device, the Apple AI. I didn't want to say it out loud again, but she thinks I keep saying that. This is so good because I have said before that one thing that I don't like is when Oda draws Marines and random pirates. It's like, it's almost all men. It pretty much is all men, right? And, you know, it doesn't mean that there aren't woman Marines. We know there are. We know they exist. It's something I liked in the live action, actually. The live action made a proper effort to have both male and female Marines within it, which was amazing because it just made it, one, feel more real, and two, I like women. I want more women in the show, even if they're just fodder for the background. And three, it just made it more, like, it makes it more diverse. Like, you know, when you see, like, a bunch of different, like, random Marine soldiers, if you at the very least have diversity of gender, then you, then it's gonna be just inherently more interesting, you know? But honestly, the number one reason is I love women. I love more women in this show. And I already liked Suru. I thought she was, like, really cool, especially, like, we've seen a lot of her interactions with Garp and stuff, and she's always been, like, surprisingly wise and a bit of a badass. But for her to just have, like, an all-female crew is sick. Like, look at her little, like, commanders. Like, this woman back here, I mean, she, you know, looks like, I don't know, kind of looks like Nico Robin, I guess. Oh, and this woman back here. And in fact, you know, I mean, all of them are cool. But, I'm just trying to figure out which my favorite design is. I mean, honestly, Suru might be my favorite design. Her design's great. She's just like an awesome badass. I want more. I want more of Suru, honestly. Really cool. So yeah, I wanted to go crazy about that because that's like the hypest moment for me. Just finding that out. I hope we get to see her, because I mean, what is she kind of like soft retired these days? Because whenever she's like just there, she's kind of just standing around. I don't know. Is she still like is she still, one, a vice admiral? I think she is. And two, is she still like working, or does she just like hang at the base, you know? And by that, I mean, is she like out on patrol? Does she still have her own crew and stuff like that? Because I would love to see her in the modern day, in actual, you know, in these storylines, doing shit. But, you know, if she doesn't, that's fine. At least I have Hina, because I really like Hina as well. So at least I have a really cool Navy woman going around doing really cool Navy woman things. But I would love to see some Suru stuff. And yeah, they've got a lot of theming of like biological family versus found family stuff here, which I think is really cool because like I mean, found family stories are great. Like there's so many of them out there, but they're bangers. It's an easy story to go to and have it be a banger. Because it's so beautiful. Like as I think as humans, we really love seeing stuff like that. Because we see like human connections that don't just rely on like who you're around when you're born, you know, like the person who brought you into this world, but it actually relies on finding people and caring about them so deeply, despite the fact that you don't, like, you're not bound to them in any way by blood, you know. But I think it's interesting, you know, they're doing it with this villain group where the found family of the villain group is who's sticking together and they do truly care about each other. And from Doflamingo's perspective, his biological family has fucked him over at every turn. So yeah, he hates his biological family. His mother, I imagine his thought is, my mother chose to marry that idiot in my father, right? That's probably his thought. His father was the one who caused them to go through all of that suffering, and his brother ended up betraying him here. So he said, yeah, this is my only family. The found family that I have now is the only family that matters. It sucks. It's sad. It's very sad to hear that sort of thing. especially when we know his family were 3 good people. Like, overall, I mean, you can argue, you know, you can argue they weren't perfect people, but at the very least, like, they had a base level of goodness to them, because both his father and mother, especially his father, you know, wanted to be among the people. His mother seemed to support that ideal and cared about, you know, their well-being. And his brother, you know, fucking is trying to make sure his own brother doesn't go too far, and cares so much about Law that he'll give up his life for Law. It's amazing. So great. Whoo! Some good episodes here. Let's move on to the final episode of this video, and this time I am guessing the final episode of the flashback. It would kind of be shocking if there's more after this, because I truly now think that we've gone through all of it, but maybe not, maybe not. So yeah, let's jump into the final episode of this video. This is episode 706. Here we go. Hard enough days. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And there's the cube complete. Alright, this episode is gonna be called Brother Facing Brother, Corazon versus Doflamingo. Just destroys the door. With string, by the way. Doflamingo's young design is pretty badass. I like the red suit. Oh my god. Baby 5 right now reminds me of Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. It's not crazy to think he would have just died, because he's pretty fucking wounded. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh. Oh. That's a sad way to go out. A horrible thing to see your brother do. Oh my god. I can't believe Corazon is as mentally stable as he is, honestly. I was like, what's that voice for a second? Oh. Oh man, he's already really injured. Any of these blows could kill him. And by all accounts should be killing him. Oh, and then Pika. Oh. He's still laughing. Fucking, I hate Trebol so much. Oh. Man, they've really made Trebol like the most despicable one. Oh man. Oh. Uh-huh. And he's been doing a pretty good job so far. Yeah. Sorry, Law. But the world's not so black and white that all Navy soldiers are bad. Oh. Oh. And he's saying it to Law, but he's pretending he's saying it to Doflamingo. Yeah. Okay, what's his lie to get out of this one? Okay, that's the truth. Yeah. Oh. All right, that's the boy that jumped out before. Wow. So I mean, a coincidence. Oh, that's nice. A coincidence got you guys into trouble, but it also got you out of trouble. Man. Like, Doflamingo kind of has a tragic story, but I've just realized that he's muted the chest. I'm so dumb. I was wondering like why it wasn't making sound when he's... I'm so stupid. That's so clever. So they're gonna get you out of here. I don't think Corazon believes this. He's just telling it to... Oh. There you go. That's what he muted. Aww. And Law was like laughing. He's... Oh. We didn't see Law laughing very much. And there he goes. Oh shit, man. Looks like it's shooting him in the places he was already shot or that he already had blood. Oh my god. Oh. And if Corazon didn't stand up to like approach him, Doflamingo would have shot through him and possibly hit Law, you know? So he had to stand up. Don't peek out, bro. Oh, you just want to see it one last time. God, Law's got a sad fucking backstory. Not yet. Bro, you're dead. Bro, what do you mean? Then they come. Yep. That's what I was gonna ask that in discussion. Oh. Oh. Oh, and he can cry like as loud as he needs. Hell yeah. Oh, and the fact that he can cry now means that Corazon's dead. Shit, man. Fuck. Oh my god. I mean, what a brilliant backstory, honestly. Like, that was really, really well done. That was just, so much in that was really good writing, really clever. Got me super attached to this character. I love that sequence at the end where he's like, oh, because I was gonna say, I actually like, what was happening, I was like, oh, I have a question to ask about this scene, but it's like a hypothetical, it probably won't come up, and it will take a bit of discussion, so I'm gonna save it for the discussion section of the video. And that question was, if Corazon dies, does his power deactivate? And it was answered. He actually had to stay alive specifically to keep his power in effect. Now, I kind of, in my mind, I'm thinking, have we been... Because, look, there's been a lot of episodes, as you know. We're over 700 episodes now. I think I vaguely remember finding out at some point that if you die, your power stops working. But I don't know if I actually have heard that, or if I heard that in a different series that has powers in it. It's very possible. Like, I'm trying to remember the effects of different series powers and stuff. Isn't it like in Juju Kai it gets stronger? What's the thing in Juju Kai? I think there's one power where it's like when you die, oh no, is it Hunter x Hunter? Like the effects of Nen can I can't remember. What in some series it's like when you die there's something to the effects where they can actually get stronger or do something weird like that. But I think in One Piece the idea is every power only lasts until you die. I think. So yeah, I really liked that sequence where he has to hold on. He doesn't have to do anything extra. I think it's really cool when shows can have that like heroic I'm not dead yet type of thing, but they don't have to do anything. Like we don't have to see him standing up and going and killing someone or saving Law's life one more time or whatever, even though he's done enough of that already. He just needs to lie there in the snow, but all he's doing is just keeping himself conscious for a little bit longer, like that little bit of fighting spirit extra to not just let himself immediately die so that he can get Law out of there. And also, I've talked about this before. I talked about it especially in regards to Ace's death. But a lot of the time with a series like this, especially with something like One Piece, you need a signifier to show the audience this character's really dead. Like, this character is straight up fully dead. And I mean, we know that we don't really need a signifier, I guess, because we know Corazon's dead. But like, there are going to be a lot of theories and stuff on like, well, maybe he's not dead because of whatever, right? So a lot of the time, Oda and other writers like to put in something that either literally or metaphorically represents that character's death. So like it might be, like I'm just using an example that I'm making up on the spot. It might be someone always carries around a snow globe and they go like, this snow globe is my entire life. I care about the snow globe so much. And then, they, maybe they'll, throughout the series, they'll get shot a lot and then they'll drop the snow globe and it'll like dung dung and then roll across the floor or whatever. And then but then they survive, they get up and they pick up their snow globe or whatever. But then one day, bang, 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 they get shot and then they drop the snow globe and it shatters across the ground, right? And you do it in slow-mo and you have beautiful music behind it and you focus on that and then you cut to the main character screaming in pain. Like that is a signifier to the audience. This is this character's actual death. Like this is the one. And so, but that one is like a metaphorical signifier, right? And then you have like a literal signifier, which is like with Ace's death, where Ace, there's a lot of characters that kind of will seem to die in One Piece, and then the will of P or whatever, they just miraculously come back and they're like, I'm actually fine. It happened a lot in Skypiea, it happened in Alabasta, it happens in all of the One Piece arcs. But with Ace, Oda wanted to signify, hey, he's actually dead, so we have the fucking, what's it called? Why can't I remember what it's called? The paper. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. But we have the paper. And the idea of the paper is it's supposed to represent their life force. So when Ace dies, it shows the paper burning up, right? And also that scene did also use metaphorical signifiers because it had like his necklace or whatever that had shattered apart and was like rolling across the ground. So there were metaphorical signifiers as well, but there was a literal signifier of the Vivre card. That's what it's called. The Vivre card burning up and completely disappearing. And the fact that it completely disappears tells the characters in universe that he's dead and the audience that he's dead at the same time. It's also why movies and TV shows a lot of the time have heart monitors in death scenes where it just goes beep. Like that's supposed to be the signifier. Obviously in real life it can be as well, but in narrative it's a very useful tool to tell you that like, hey, we're not faking you out here. This is the character's death. So in this, I love the signifier they ended up using. It was a literal signifier, and the signifier was, can we hear Law crying? That's so clever. That's so great. If Law is going and we can't hear it, then we know that he's still alive. And as soon as he's able to make sound, he's dead. And like Law would know that too. So Law, he's crying, and then once he can hear himself cry, he knows the exact moment Corazon died. That is like heartbreaking and just like really cool writing. That's like such a great idea to have a character death be that, you know? I've also said on this channel, I mean, you guys have seen me cry on this channel and on my Gent Watches, my main channel, a lot, right? I cry a lot. I have a playlist on my main channel called Videos Where I Cry. It happens. But I've also said before, and I said this a lot also with Ace's death as well, deaths and like really sad backstories and all of that, they don't tend to make me cry as much as like I will cry at really like happy moments or relieving moments or like family moments and stuff like that, you know? I have a different type of cry that I do, and really, really sad moments don't tend to get that sort of emotion out of me. But I feel it. I feel heartbroken, but it doesn't come in my face. But I'm saying that right now just to say, like, this episode, even though I didn't cry in these episodes, it was really well done, where this was on the same level as something I would have cried at because I was happy, if you know what I mean. You know, like if I was the type of person to cry during the really sad deaths more often, this would be one of them. This would be up there, because this was really genuinely heartbreaking and crazy, you know. But we knew it was coming as well, so I prepared myself for it. But still, whew, it was really, really good stuff. Man, Oda has made Treble like so hateable. Because also, did they implied in this episode that Treble was the reason that Doflamingo killed his father, right? I think. Because I'm just going back to that scene, because it was like, what did he say? He said, okay, that must be Haki. Yeah, so Virgo and Treble discovered Doflamingo because Doflamingo used Haki at some point. And then, do you want me to give you the strength to take revenge? So, like, does that mean that Treble gave Doflamingo the devil fruit? And that's how... Well, actually, but if he did that, maybe he would have just killed him with the devil fruit. Did he just give him a gun? I think he might have just given him a gun, honestly. Treble gave him a gun, and he shoots his father. So do we know how he got his devil fruit then? I'm trying to remember if we found that out at any point. I don't think so. That's interesting. Like, I wonder if that's the sort of thing they'll go into, or if it doesn't matter. Like, because for some characters, how they got their devil fruit doesn't matter. Like, it's as simple as they got it because they're pirates and they came across it at some point, and then they were like, well, I'm the leader, I'll take a cool devil fruit. But I wonder, because this is all to say if we don't already know how he got his devil's fruit. But I'm just thinking, yeah, but if they haven't told us yet, and I haven't just forgotten, then I wonder if they will tell us. I wonder if there's going to be like another backstory, or at least, even if there's not a backstory, at least just like a quick flashback, like a 1 minute flashback showing him finding the devil fruit or something. I think that would be cool. Like in the middle of the battle or whatever, he's like, you know, I found this devil fruit on blah, 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 and I took it from a man who blah, you know, something like that. And it doesn't need to be a huge backstory. It just needs to be like a quick thing. Or they'll never tell us and it doesn't matter, because it frankly doesn't really matter. He's got cool powers. That's all we need to know. Yeah, anyway, that is One Piece episodes 703 to 706. Those were some good episodes. They were all flashback episodes. But I liked them. I thought they were a lot of fun in a weird way. Like it's fun because I really like how much I ended up liking Corazon. But thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. You can get the next 20 episodes on there right now in full-length version. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get the next week of edited videos. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.